the life that me and my sister got was much better than the life that my parents got.
Same.
Right?
Yeah.
And when our generation has kids, we'll give them an even better life.
For sure.
Right? The question I have for you is, what do your parents say about their childhood? How was China back then? And what do your grandparents say about their childhood? Because that would have been before World War II.
Wow, yeah.
So I have these two questions for you.
Cool. First of all, as it's really like luckily we have almost the same age and parents also in the same years. So during my parents' childhood, to be honest, we are from north of the China. I know that India, like also north and the south is quite different. China also totally different. So maybe my parent childhood doesn't represent the whole China, because one day there's a winter, one there is summer in the same day. So from the north side, during my parents' childhood, they was at the moment they was talk about a lot about education. Because their parents, which is my grandparents, they wasn't. They were just the moment just finished the war. Even there is not really completely finished. Japanese army was still there actually. Yeah, they're not like crazily, but they didn't left yet. So still is in the moment we're really, really like poor and just finished the war. People even suffer for food. So after they recover from that moment, like when they raising child, which is my parents, they really care about education. Okay, as you also mentioned, Chinese and India are the really hard working people. In the moment the whole government pushing the education is the moment I think they also we have a great leader named Mr. Deng Xiaoping. I really want to highlight him. He is the person open the finance developing to help China to getting in the right direction to make us today.
70s, right?
Yes, I think it's almost 1970s. Mr. Deng Xiaoping.
Yeah.
He was after the war, China built the new country. He's the one announced we need how we can be strong, not to be advanced, to not be like really poor, not to recover from the war, everything. He's the one to announce we need education, we need to learn technology, we need to developing us financial and economy. So he's the one. So my parents was in the age which is they are starting pushing to study. My mom even in the school study English. To be honest, that was I think more after high school, like in the university. My mom graduated from university. It was lucky because in our area of the China, not everyone can have a chance to go to university. Mostly people stop from high school, then they go to some school which is for special skill, like for example for motors, for like factory or
for career skills.
Yeah, career skill specific school.
At what age?
At them after high school.
So 18.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I think like my mom's around 60 something. So after 20 years, yes, around 1980 to 1985 at the moment.
Understood.
Yeah.
So you're saying that after World War II, the focus was fully on education and making China great.
After World War II, which is my grandparents, they are teenager, I think.
Right.
Yeah. So that moment, like it is different issue, is food. Before what I will explain, it was my parents. But now let's talk about my grandparents. The moment after recover from war is food. Chinese people, like India, I believe you have the same situation after the war. A lot of people die from no food. That's why I want to highlight about one-child policy. A lot of people say, oh, your government mean. Why have one-child policy? People should have freedom, this, that. I disagree about that. I'm quite international open mind, but I'm really disagree about this part is because they don't know what's happening in the moment in China. After World War II, a lot of Chinese, like China put all the economy and the money like on the weapon, everything, which is a heavy factory industry, which is nobody care about farm, food, like, So a lot of people died. Like, you don't know how many people died until one person came out. His name is Mr. Yuan Longping. He is the father of China of making rice. Everyone respect him. He died like some people cried. He is a great guy. I really want to talk about. He make the technology. I don't know how to say English. He make the rice can grow up double, triple.
Okay. Agricultural technology.
Yes, correct. So he saved a lot of people the moment the issue is about food. So Chinese people don't need die for no food. So imagine we keeping born kids. My grandparents, my grandma have 6 kids. I think 3 of them died.
Because of hunger.
Hunger, and also she couldn't take care of all of them that she gave to some neighbor. Some kids when she burned, 6 kids, they just burn. Like they don't think about after. So imagine as a parents, you see your baby burn and die for hunger, for die for no, you can't take care. Some of them die by accident because imagine you're 2 person, one child 6. This one run out straight, car get hit. It could happen, and food not enough from poor family. But my grandparents was quite good family. My grandfather was the head of the police station, so they have good food. But still, they could not afford to take care of the 6 children. They cannot give them good life. So that moment government to announce one-child policy to at least make the baby, which they control the bones, the burn, to make sure that the baby come to the world, they have good life, they have good food, they can have good education. That's the second step, which is my mom. Food, education, economy.
Wow. Yeah. So you're saying that the one-child policy happened because there was a shortage of food problem.
Food, not only food, everything, even the clothing, factory, everything could not afford because the moment the war, all the money goes to the weapon to protect themselves.
Got it.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit about World War II?
Sure.
I'll tell you how Indians look at World War II.
Sure.
So our big problem was that British ruled over us.
Yeah, I know about this part.
Okay, and even till today, a lot of Indians have anger against British. But when we meet Britishers, it's okay. We have anger against that phase of British. We are friendly with like Britishers if we meet them now. Not all Indians are friendly with Pakistan.
There's somebody old school like China have same. We are with Japan.
With Japan?
Yes.
So if you meet a Japanese person now, it's okay or no?
As you said, we are okay with them because come on, it's how long already like been passed. It is we're the new generation. We're international. China developing, Japan developing. We don't check about too much history, but we never forgot about history same as India. They was by the history which I learned, they did took over all China, killing a lot our people. So some old school people, there are people. China have some people who like over 100 years old, they still alive. Like in some village, they had this experience. Those people, and they are maybe their children, like somebody, it's all based on the education you grew up with. They have old school mind, maybe they still see the Japanese, they have a bad opinion about that. They don't like them. But to be honest, get back to now, we are people, Everyone have different opinion, different education, different way to thinking. Me personally, I have Japanese friend, I'm quite cool with them, but get back to what days happened for the British to India, for what they did Japan to China, it is unlikely. I can say like that.
Yeah. In India, we have a lot of respect and love for Japan, but we know what happened in World War II in China. We study about what happened in Germany with the whole Jewish community.
Yeah.
And in India, when people are talking about World War II, we bring up what Japan did in China also, because Japan actually took over China and then even came to India. And there was a battle even in our northeast region. So we are aware, and I think China went through a lot in World War II. There was a lot of killing. There was a lot of brutal stuff.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Experimentation on humans and
the
all
number more than what you mentioned on than what's German and the Jewish community. The way more. Yeah, because we have more people, obvious. I believe I cannot announce the number because, to be honest, I check a lot of different, we are not all used to researching. In the school, we learned, in the network, we checked all the number look different. And I heard about some of my Japanese people, friend, they said in them history class, they don't mention much even about that.
Right.
So but trust me, way more than.
It's the same as in British schools. They don't talk about what Britishers did all over the world.
Exactly. That's why we're people. We represent people.
See, this is why these kind of conversations are so interesting, and we're just starting right now.
Yeah.
Because you've been taught one history, I have been taught one history, a Japanese kid has been taught something, British kid, German kid. All history textbooks and all governments try showing their country as positives, but every country has some dark past or something.
Exactly. But I mean, like, as a people, I feel that we need to learn from the past to do it better. We need to use positive way to see the history. But not everyone does the same. So as the government, what it does, I believe they also have their own concern, their right to not to, because not everyone have the same, positive mind. They might be taking it aggressive, negative, or emotionally to do something which is not good for the government,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do your grandparents tell you about that post-World War II period? There was that hunger problem at that point, right? After World War II. If you enjoyed today's clip, make sure you check out these curated playlists that we've made especially for you related to the subject that was spoken about in this clip.